Hey guys, this is going to be a very quick video on how to hide spots using the Cloan tool in Adobe Photoshop. So the first thing you do when you open your picture is right click the layer here, or double click it I mean, and then you'll get this pop up and you can click OK and it will unlock the layer. Then you can duplicate it by right clicking it and going duplicate layer. Then this will pop up and you can click OK. This means we can work on the top layer and not worry about making a mistake. Like if it all goes wrong, we still got the original there. So I'll rename this by right clicking it and call it Edit, so we know we're editing it. Then we can use the Stamp tool by pressing S on the keyboard. Or you can come over here with your mouse and click this stamp tool here and make sure it says Cloan Stamp Tool. Up here you want to make sure it's a soft brush, like this. And then you can double check the size and softness of your brush by holding down the Alt key on your keyboard, then clicking in the right mouse button. You can drag it to the right to make it bigger. You can drag it to the left to make it smaller, and up and down to make it harder or softer. And for this, we want it about 15% hardness. And 50% transparency is also good. We'll keep the flow at 100. Okay then, so let's zoom in a little bit. By the way, to zoom in, I'm just using the Alt key and the scroll wheel. And then let's get a good sized circle. So what we want to do is hold the Alt key so the cursor looks like this, then click on a clean bit of skin. So we Alt left click on the clean skin, and then we've selected everything inside this circle here. Then we move over the spot and we left click to paint over it. And you can see we've painted over it at 50% opacity. Now we want to do it from the other side. So we hold Alt, left click, and then paste it. And you just do it a couple of times. This way you collect skin samples from all the way around the outside, and it makes it look a bit more natural. Like it blends in really well. Also you can click and drag and do it like this. Hold down the Alt button, left click, then paste. Hold down the Alt button, left click to select an area, then left click to copy it. Alt left click, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. And you'll notice that as I'm doing this, I'm trying to copy from areas that are about the same color, like the same shades. So you want to go kind of close. And like this patch of area is darker and this area is medium, so I'm going to go for a medium color. Otherwise it might look a bit weird. So you want to get a patch of skin that's really close to the area that you're covering. And like this you can just really quickly cover up any blemishes you want to. And it's very, very easy and very fast. Hold down the Alt button, left click, then left click again to cover. And let's get rid of some of these red bits. And just anything that's a bit distracting. And now let's see how it looks. There's after, there's before, there's after, there's before, there's after. So as you can see, it looks a little bit messy now I've zoomed out, which tells me that I might have done it a little bit too much. So what we can do now is just turn down this layer a little bit, and they'll come through, but you can just change the opacity to make it as natural as you want, or as blended in as well as you want. Or you can just zoom in again and correct the color difference that's there. by making it a little bit bigger and fixing the color just by copying a larger area, like that. It's always good to zoom in and out to make sure you can see what's going on. And I think that looks pretty good. And all that was just with the clone tool. So thanks for watching, and happy cloning. Good luck getting rid of them spots. Bye!